Hello everybody, my name is Algum, and welcome to Flathead, a horror game where you play a simple game of over or under and hopefully accumulate enough points to escape a deadly monster. This was also made by the same people that made the Silkbulb test, so you might recognize some of the aesthetics. Calibrating. Alright. That is the very recognizable painting from Silkbulb. 5 temporary, 0 stored. What happened? I guess I did it? I mean, the exit vanished, but... Subject was ripped from the abyss. Help. 2 numbers. See one, guess the other. When you make luck, they make haste. Don't let them catch you. They won't move in the light. Do not fear failure. Celebrate rebirth. Today was special. Alright, let's go. Make your own luck. I'm guessing under. Uh-oh. Subject lost an over or under on a 1 or 20. Hi there. Start. Uh-oh. Over. Okay, that's not good. Start. Ah, yes, I know, you don't need to... Surely I cannot lose this. Ah, thank goodness. Start. $16. What does make your own luck do? Under? Hey, I did it. Okay. Well, it's a very simple game. You know. A simple guessing game. I am almost ready to exit. I will be transferring those. Is there any point to keeping it temporary, though? Over. That's an easy. Very simple choice to make. Oh. That's why. Now this is not so easy. Under. Come on, let me flip the switch. Under. Wheel of Fate. No, no, no. I don't think I need to play around with the Wheel of Fate. I think I'll be going right now. Resolute. Subject found purpose. Round 2. Okay, so that's why you want temporary. You get more points if you can keep up the winning streak, essentially. The Wheel of Fate. Pull to spin. Oh boy. That seems like I just got regular score. Okay, at least that resets. This is essentially gambling. That's what this is. Over. Subject won 7 over or unders in a row. Oh. That's what that... Okay, now I see. I don't need to make my own luck. This is very easy. It's pretty far. Yeah, this is just a game of gambling. That's what this is. Under. Is that actually going to do anything, or... And I guess that's how many times I can use the light. This is really nice. It may be my life on the line that I'm gambling here, but... I mean, I suppose the gambling is always like that. Uh-oh. Under. Spin the Wheel of Fate. If Erasmus has taught me anything, is that this thing is definitely never rigged. Well, at least it's nothing horrible. That should be easy. A 2. Under. That was very close. A lot closer than I would like. It's time to make our own luck here. I can hear that thing right behind me. I will be taking my leave now. Okay, thank you very much for your patience and patronage, but I would like to leave. Round 3. And the universe corrodes more. Over. Surely not twice in a row. Surely it can't be. I'm guessing 20 is my next goal? Yep. Under. Trying to see if there's any, like, tells. Over? Cower mortal before the wheel of fate. Is this thing actually going to give anything, or is it always just one times? Like, I'm just trying to decipher, am I just incredibly unlucky? I didn't want to do that. Under. How close is it? Okay, it's actually pretty close. Under. Over. I can hear it. Oh no. Yep, that thing is very close now. Over. Oh boy, I just have to get every single one of these right, and I am a free man. Well, I am definitely toast now. A 20. Nice. I should get bonus points if it's a 20 or 1 and I'm correct. Because those are just incredible odds, you know? Oh god. You have to stop because I'm spinning the wheel of fate. That is the best news that I could have gotten. Transfer all that, and we're getting out of here. Yes. Open the portal to the void, and let me go home. Flathead by Tim Oxton. So 31 wrong guesses, or 31 guesses, 6 wrong, 25 right, 85 cells earned, 3 cells lost, 0 comebacks, the final round was 4. Result is proved, redacted is redacted, tape watcher delivered to incubator. Interview number 1. So tomorrow, occipital, this thing.
Hello, son.
Oh, hold on a second. Let's watch this in order.
If you listen closely, you'll hear the crashing waves of tomorrow outside your door. But fear not, stranger, for those waves are for another day. Today those waves shall sleep, if only for a moment. Because today, my friend, is special. Today you will be tested, again and again and again. But when it's over, when the waves finally break through and split the door, tomorrow will recede and tremble in awe of what you have become. May the tapes of yesterday provide you with the strength that is required for the trials of today. Until tomorrow, my
You know, I get the feeling that Flathead it's an insult to me. Date recorded unknown. The occipital melody. On the upper floors, the sound can be heard echoing at a distance that always seemed just out of reach. Some have speculated that it is a form of communication, echolocation, or even a warning. Although again, these remain purely speculative. It is the first of these cephalonic melodies, a triptych of melodies that are experienced throughout the structure. The intent of the sounds, and the structure as a whole, are currently unknown.
Hello, son? Alright, whatever. What do I talk about? Okay, well, it's May 5th, 19th, and, I am keeping a record of my life. My doctor recommended that I keep a journal because I have early hypertension. He thought this would help me clear my thoughts and de-stress. I don't know if that's going to help, but, you know, whatever. I guess I'm supposed to talk about my day, right? Well, okay. This week we are, we're starting construction, or no, sorry, we're finishing construction on the new accelerator. Which, I mean, it's exciting. It's crazy. It's you know, the first one of its kind around here, and everyone's, I'm tired of hearing everyone talk about it. Personally, I think it's going to flop and fail, and it'll be a huge waste of money. But as long as they keep paying me, I'll keep showing up. So.
You know what? I respect that. You know. Hey, a job's a job. And money is money. Female, we call those watchers. Freaky big fellas, no doubt, but relatively harmless. Well, yeah, I suppose that's true. They did get a member of OSC-41, I believe. Oh, Alex? Alex something? I forget. It's never been confirmed, though. I read through the transcripts a few years ago. All we know is that there was a watcher and Alex. I believe her name was Kat, of Observation Study E6. Really? Well, dang, my bad. Kat. It was Kat, right? Kat disappeared at the same time as the Watcher, but it's mostly conjecture about what may or may not have occurred. What about the sunset recording? Yeah, I've heard of it. But I've also heard of Bigfoot, you know. Doesn't make it any more real, right? Would you like to hear it? Do you ever see, like, those people, like those old people that do, like, really funny gestures? Some weird voodoo that they do in order to, I guess, rig the game. No, Mark. You cannot go through the wormhole. You're going to destroy the multiverse. Again and again. Yeah, so either I am blind, or there really isn't any differences that are occurring, so... Yeah, it seems like sort of the oh my god. It seems like the strategy that you want with this is to, when you rack up a huge streak, you want to flip down the light switch and then use the make your own luck. Also, a trick I've noticed with the make your own luck, if you don't want to do this trick is, if you use it, just keep track of the numbers, like which ones go. See, it's over. It's gonna be 18. How do I know that? Well, the way the make your own luck works is it takes like your number and then it gets out of a possibility from one possibility over it and then the possibility under it, and then sort of switches between that. I'm gonna cash out. Look, I'm sorry. I know. Subject 1 with at least double the required amount. Like, here's the thing, okay? You can't blame me. That is like the largest amount of points I have ever gotten. 42 winning streak. Not even using my usual strategies. Watch, it's going to jump scare us any second now. Any second now. Oh, I see. Okay, so if you do lose, you get a second chance, essentially. I'm going on over. Subject came back from the edge. Like, here's the thing. If this ends up happening to you, and you're on, like, the brink, you're essentially just stuck in a loop. Is what it feels like. Perfectly down the middle, it's over. Yep, it's definitely over. Subject acquired new flesh. renewed, and reborn into something new. I see. I'm trapped here for all of eternity until I beat this game. Is this just going to be me having to do this over and over again? The Sunset Recording, while a popular ghost story, those in the early years of the observation study, few actually believed it to exist. It was only after the Foster Wave incident that many of the redacted or classified documents and studies were released to help facilitate a more standardized procedure and reduce the likelihood of a reoccurrence. Initially believed to depict a sunset, hence the name, it has since been accepted to show missing OS team member Cat. While it has long since been confirmed that missing OS members undergo some sort of cellular photogenic translation, the Sunset Recording marked the first instance of the structural regurgitation. Listen for the waves, Flathead. From the depths their songs will guide you to new shores. Egg.
Well, egg on my face. The accelerator is pretty wild, it turns out. It's weird to live through a moment that you know it's going to be written about, like 50 years from now. Like, everything we know about photons is about to change. Like, everything. And I'm living through that. It's hard to describe, but I did also lose a $50 bet that this was going to totally tank, so, like, experiencing history, losing a $50 bet, it's a toss-up.
Yeah, you know, losing a $50 bet, it's not about the money, it's about the pride. Alright, this time we have two. J. Long. Christ, this is one of the weirder ones. They picked this up on a cardioid we left in the entryway. One of those things came out and stared at the camera for days. The whole roll. And I'm talking special ordered 144 frame rolls. Like, was this dude just staring into the lens? Didn't even move an inch, which was unfortunate because it blocked out most of the frame. Not sure when it made it. Not sure when it made whatever it is this sound is supposed to be. I think we got like 2 or 3 frames towards the end when it decided to, I don't know, move on to wherever it is that they move on to. Yeah, I've seen the spectrogram. They always do that. We think they can speak through images, that they can see the waves as pictures. Honestly, though, we have no idea. I mean, what do you think, Joanne? You were there from the beginning, yeah? Ha! That is pretty funky, though. Like, imagine that. You hear a bunch of garbled nonsense, but it actually turns out that, like, it's a message in a spectrogram. It's a cool thing to think about. Similar to the occipital, the parietal melody can be heard echoing at a distance that always seems just out of reach. It is usually heard at the boundaries of impassable terrain. It is unclear whether a singular entity is creating the sound or it is produced by the structure itself. Despite extensive research, not much is known about the cephalonic melodies. Good Spirits audio clip. Tape degraded and used transcription. Okay, well, patient was admitted for observation and palliative measures at around 600 hours? Those who witnessed the events maintain that the patient was performing routine maintenance on redacted when an unknown safety mechanism failed and the patient's left temple intersected with some sort of high-energy plasma wave or particle beam. Those who accompanied the patient from the accelerator facility were frustratingly vague, but insisted the specifics were unimportant to the patient's potential recovery. The patient is currently fully alert with a slightly elevated blood pressure of 140 to 90 and a heart rate of 135. Those from the facility indicate that the dose of radiation from the exposure they've estimated as high as 500,000 Roentgens, which apparently far exceeds any known dose and is most certainly fatal. Although my experience here is admittedly limited, the patient repeats the same phrase. Today was special as a kind of tick with an accompanying leg dyskinesia, which could be attributed to potential frontal lobe damage stemming from the accident. Despite this, the patient is seemingly in good spirits and has agreed to be observed and studied, as his condition inevitably declines. The current estimate is no more than a week. Alright, unremarkable. The audio itself is unremarkable if heard, but the spectrogram reveals something fascinating, especially when the date of the recording is considered. The face visible in the image bears a remarkable resemblance to redacted, and the presentation and stage of their symptoms. Their disappearance on the day prior to the recording must be significant, although to what end is unknown. Beesh. We're a little confused about the significance of this one. It seems like it's just a fish. Maybe it's their idea of a joke? I have little doubts about that. Breath. What can you tell us about the experience? Is this about my workman's comp claim? No. I thought that was clear. This is purely about the accident. Okay, yeah. Alright. Well, it didn't hurt, which is surprising. I saw the brightest light I've ever seen, with a strange pink and blue hue, and time seemed to slow, almost to a crawl. And before you say, people always say that right before an accident, it wasn't like that. I fell from a treehouse when I was 13. Remember the fall vividly, and that it seemed to slow. But that's just how our brains work under duress. Were you aware of how the brain works? Seriously? Let me just step in here. There won't be any more interruptions, will there? No. Please continue. Yes, please continue. As I was saying, time slowed. It breathed, almost, like a long exhalation. There was an incredibly loud roar and this weird melody, and then the room fell into me. What do you mean, fell into you? The light bent and curved into me, I guess. It was instantaneous, I assume, like some radio station popping in and out of the wrong frequency. It's hard to explain. Excuse me? Nothing, that's just a, creative theory. How about you go temporal? Seemingly the final third of the cephalonic melodies, and the relationships here are clearer and the melody more defined. The recording was recovered by the OS team redacted. From the unfortunate redacted. To the editor. If you're going to redact everything, why do I bother even writing these? Editor. Because we pay you too. Stop complaining. At least you're not on OS. While the previous two iterations of the cephalonic melodies are sporadically heard and recorded, the recording of the temporal melody is, as of January 19-something, the only to be observed and or experienced. The reason for this disparity is, like much of the cephalonic melodies, unknown. I don't know what this one is. The spectrograph is from a different, unfortunately lost recording, another casualty from the inter-office expansion. Although both the attached audio and spectrograph were from Observation Study F8, hence the pairing. Spectrograph. The spectrograph is believed to be an intended communication regarding the remains of redacted, or the possible cellular regurgitation of their double. The logic and mechanisms behind these processes are still unproven and somewhat piecemeal, or at least the evidence is far from complete, so the takeaways are somewhat limited. The origin of the audio sample is unknown. The recording itself was recovered only through the use of surrogates, and the early ones at that. The intent and source for the sound can therefore only be speculated. Interestingly, the word lonely was written on the recovered DAT system, but again, It's unclear whether this should be attributed to the OS team or the surrogates themselves. Kinda looks like a room. Malice. Last known appearance of OSD-76 member Floyd. The delivery of false spectrograms and the frequency cannot be ignored. The recovered notes and witness accounts corroborate what is seen above. Given the perceived lack of malice and intent, one must assume the purpose of such a projection is not to gloat, but rather, perhaps just an echo of the event. A subsequent recording, made the day after, however, is still very much top of mind for current OS members. See Record 1, January 15. Something C. Memory. Memory. The first instance of the startling, albeit harmless, memory effect. There are, of course, many theories as to how a spectrogram of what appears to be a real memory is obtained by the structure, or whatever is producing the aural imaging. Because of the nature of the recordings, the validity of the memories cannot be verified. But those present in the images, or that knew the source well, have gone on record to confirm that the images are strikingly similar to events or scenes that have occurred. It should be noted that the images, while similar, often differ in subtle details when compared to the real versions. A brand of television or a haircut, for example, are often shifted to unknown or strange variations. The demeanor of those in the memories are almost always expressionless. Whether this is an attempt at solace or communication is, again, unknown. Lonely is often written on the recordings if recovered in the field. 001.
I feel like time is flowing around me. I think it's ebbing and it's flowing and it's not constant like I remember it, like it should be. I feel like 1 minute I'm at work and I can't even remember what I do. I can't even remember what I do for work, and then the next I'm in this hallway and it's
002.
Started seeing these people there, the hallway. I try to talk to them, but they don't seem to understand. It's like they're wearing masks of their faces. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like they have all the right parts, but they don't know what to do with them. They just look. And every time I wake up, there's more of them every time. And they just stare at me. Or maybe I'm staring at them.
003. And friend.
I can feel it. I can feel it pulling me down. I can feel it in every atom that is split and called its own. And I won't fight it. I won't. I can't. It's warm and it's light. And I'm going home. I see that now. I see that today is special. Remember that.
It's not death. It's a reunion, friend.
Tomorrow beckons, friend. Shed your grief and let the tides of time wash you away. Today was special.
Ooh. The door opens. It's time for me to go and meet my new friends on the other side. New friends? I am here. Your music sucks, by the way, but, you know. New friend! Also, I see now that we are the monster. Now this one is banging. This is a good one. This is a lot of sweet stuff just written here. Aw, man. So that was Flathead. I'm not quite sure on the story yet, but from what I can gather, it seems that there was a project that was being done, and the people that worked on it ended up getting, I don't know, photon blasted into another dimension, another world? I'm not sure. But they ended up transmogrifying into weird creatures. Like, maybe sound also plays a role into it. Maybe they're hearing like the voice of Carmen that's goading them into joining their ranks or something, which can be seen in the true ending where now we are the monster that is roaming the hall to get to the, I guess, player. I don't know, it's a very bizarre thing, which, I mean, that's par for the course for analog horror. As for the gameplay, while it does speak to my gambler's heart, well, very much, having had to do it around 17 more times with little to no variation other than maybe just the 2 jump scares, it just started to feel a bit stale, right? There wasn't anything to really spice it up. No new jump scares, no new gameplay mechanics, it's like the slots, except instead of trying to get a boatload of money, you're trying to get a boatload of sweet, sweet analog horror lore. And yeah, overall, stupendous vibe. I'm very intrigued by the story, and once people find out and put out guides to get the extra achievements, I'm going to revisit it. Not in a video though, just on my own time. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and wherever you are, I wish you a good day, evening, or night, and stay safe everyone.